Picture the scene. You spent an hour giving your best commentary performance of a video game ever. You've edited it. It looks beautiful. There's some funny moments in there. You can even take some highlights from that thing. You upload it to YouTube and you get 2 views. And 2 of those views are when you clicked into it to leave a comment. At this point, you're ready to kill somebody. Like literally lockdown murder type of thing. But then you realize, I probably won't do too well in prison. I'm not exactly the gender neutral type. I don't really want to be someone's bitch, and I don't really want to be someone's Karen. And you think better of it. Is the YouTube Let's Play era dead and changed forever? Let's discuss that. Let's talk about YouTube Let's Plays. Are they dead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe. Let me know what your Let's Play stories are and the worst views you've had on a video ever. You know, that's public, obviously, otherwise that's just cheating. Let's discuss. We need to preface this discussion as well with deciding what is Let's Play so that this discussion makes sense. So, according to the Integer, a Let's Play is where you commentate on typically a single player game. It doesn't really happen much with multiplayer, but it could be, but mostly single player games where you upload it, or mostly these days now you do it live because then you don't have to edit anything. Essentially experience the thing live, usually for the first time, either recorded or live, as I said already. So that's our definition. That's what we're going with. That's the basis of this whole discussion. Is that dead? I want to be positive first and say what is great about Let's Plays. You know, what makes it such a craft that shouldn't die. If it is indeed dying, I'll say what I think after this. But essentially, it's probably the hardest thing that you can do when it comes to doing gameplay and commentary and so forth, because like I said, you're typically dealing with a single player game. There's a reason why a lot of the top 0.1% of people that do this stuff, especially streamers, stick to multiplayer. And because it's pretty much easy street multiplayer. You can rely on other people to help make your content. You can react on the rest of it. When you're dealing with AI, especially if you're dealing with like older games and stuff like that, it's a real discipline to that. It's a real difficulty in it. If you see someone that is a sweaty, hardcore multiplayer master like a Shroud or a Ninja playing single player games, it's like it's not even worth it. It's just night and day. Those guys are just not built for single player games. They're for sweaty multiplayer, doing a Shroud, Fortnite, blah, blah, blah. Single player game, completely out of their element. So it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing craft. A good Let's Play is with good reactions and for good information or good edutainment is really a beautiful thing. It's very hard to do and it's almost impossible to rank for because it's what everybody defaults to. So you've maybe guessed already that I lean towards the idea that it's very clear that the YouTube Let's Play, whether it's on YouTube or not, is pretty much dead. It's the default of what everybody does in streaming. When you're talking about the 99% of Twitch, you're talking about people that are sitting there playing a video game. Wait, they're better with a controller. Yeah, that era is pretty much done. It's too easy and there's too many people doing it. So it's not surprising that it's dead. And when people are asking now, what they're essentially saying is they're really answering their own question, really. They're saying, am I gonna fail by doing just Let's Play or just playing video games in front of an audience that can't find me or that doesn't really care? There's more people interested in being a successful Let's Player, aka streamer, than there are people that care to watch. That's just reality. Essentially, we as humans by default are selfish, self-included. We're selfish people trying to learn how to be less selfish so that we can make a better world. I mean, look at it. If you need proof, scalping, kidnapping dogs for money, buying out all the stock that people need to potentially save the well-being of others. I mean, there's all kinds of nonsense going on right now in the worst time of humans showcasing some of their worst behavior. So generally speaking, when you want to be successful in anything now these days, you have to focus on where people's hearts are and not where your heart is, so to speak. So I understand it. I love Let's Plays as well. It's my bread and butter. It's why my numbers are the way they are, for better, but mostly for worse. But it is a dead concept. It's a reason why all the big boys and big girls stick to multiplayer games. not least because they are updated and relevant in terms of topics and search, but because also they can work off the back of the steam of the people that they work with and collaborate with. And by collaborating with people that also already have big numbers means more money, more followers, more subscribers, keeps the status quo, keeps the competition away and at bay, etc., etc. So when you're doing Let's Play, you're going against the grain and you're giving yourself the least probability and possibility of success because you are in the most crowded default thing that everybody does when they stream or upload. You're literally nuking yourself. If you cannot focus your love of a game or gaming with audience interest and the fact that YouTube is a social media platform that respects trending and trend topics, then I guarantee you, you will not grow and you will fail. Not personally in life, but in terms of your ambitions of growing a community, because there's no way that you're going to get discoverability of any kind, even with the opportunity that YouTube affords you. It's things that it respects and things that it doesn't. Even like content like this, assuming it surfaces, I have more of a chance with this content surfacing than just playing a video game, because there's more people that are interested in how they can help themselves than how they can initially help someone they don't know off the internet. Just the way we be, you know? You simply just can't play single player games and rely on personality anymore. Irrespective of whether you upload or whether it's live, it just doesn't work. Unless that personality is literally to the level and deliberateness of, say, not even a word deliberateness, of like of disrespect. Because even now it's still a unique thing. Even when you think about how saturated the market is, how many people even try to even meme Dr. Disrespect? Very, 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 very few. That would still even be an effort or an attempt or a class of personality. But otherwise, just being yourself and playing a video game, it's just not enough. It's not searchable. There's too many people doing it already. So you can't get discovered out of it. Even if you have amazing thumbnails, it's rough. So if you want to just play video games, especially single player ones that aren't popular, aren't trending, or are old or whatever, your only option is to collaborate in terms of going in categories, being a regular in people's channels that have actual viewers and community already, and then be recognizable in that category and be like a master of that category. Or you have to do content that has value. You should do both, really. But I would still not recommend spending too much time just doing Let's Play or even just streaming, because it usually kills a lot of the time away from what works versus what doesn't. So what exactly do you do if you already do Let's Plays or plan to do Let's Plays or want to do Let's Plays or continue to do them? Well, I don't know how much this is going to be actually what you want to hear, but this is the reality of it from experience. So you're going to have to be aware that you'll have the least visibility and the most competition doing the default meme of single player commentary content. Even if you have the community already, growth will be more limited and or harder. Second, while streaming may give you less work, it will also afford you less skills and more ways of ignoring or not noticing fully the benefits of tangible value and skills versus the sporadic and RNG nature of streaming itself. Third thing is, your topics and the games you focus on make a difference, especially if you're going at this from a gaming point of view. People say the game doesn't make a difference because they're coming more from a social media point of view, maybe from more like a Vine background where it's more about the person's personality and that's it. But it doesn't make a difference. There's a reason why you keep seeing Minecraft every freaking minute. Minecraft Among Us, Minecraft. I am 13 years old, 40 going on 13, playing Minecraft. There's a reason you always see the same damn game every minute, and there's a reason why it's in YouTube's top #1 search game of all time. It does make a difference. The games you play does make a difference. Most of the people that are failing are playing single player games. Single player games don't have updates and all sorts of problems. I don't want to get into it just yet because it's going to fit mostly into a next point that comes up or the one afterwards. The games, shut up phone. The games does make a difference. So specialize in what you're offering, in what value you can get from the games, or the stream that you're doing or the upload that you're going to do. So for instance, are you able to repurpose that content into useful content, useful value content, such as reviews with a twist? Because just doing normal reviews as well, usually you can't even get the game early enough to even be relevant. Are you, gaining knowledge for a game to make how-tos, for instance, while you're streaming? Or top fives or reaction content, whatever the algorithm and whatever, I should say not algorithm, whatever people are searching for. Can you make content from those live streams or uploads based on that time you're spending rather than relying on the upload or the stream itself to find you people, because it's not going to with Let's Play. Forget about it. Ain't gonna happen. Now, generally speaking, the more of a real gamer you are, the more focused you are on gaming, the more likely you are to be a victim of your own heart and ignore the previous things that I've already mentioned, which you do at your own peril, really, because I'm speaking from experience. Finally, if you cannot focus your love of a game or gaming with an audience's interest and acceptance that YouTube is still social media and its love of trending topics is relevant to you, if you want to grow, then you will fail and you will not build an audience. Aside from if you do what I say with the Twitch stuff, which is pick a category, work, collaboration, post, raid, blah, 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 which is still a long stretch and still weaker than actually spreading yourself and making some actual tangible, valuable content. But if you are going to focus on your love of gaming and be a hardcore real gamer and forget about the business aspects and the social media nature of YouTube and platforms like it, you're going to fail. It's just the way it is. Humans are selfish by default. Humans want what they want. I have literally seen people that are still playing single player games, like say a game that's like 20 years old, in the actual game category on Twitch and streaming to like 2 or 3 people, and not streaming in the retro category and collaborating and loitering in other people's channels and becoming a community member and then Mukasa. They're literally doing soloing, nuking themselves, playing a dead game in a dead category with no audience. You can do that if you want to. I don't think you should. I think you're better than that. I think you should do the other things instead. There's another video I've got. Check that out. It should be on the screen. Leave a comment below, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about my ideas. And if you indeed agree, are you an exception to the rule?